What if Cinderella was alive today? In today's world, what would this story look like? Would she have taken everything that was happening to her sitting down? Or would she have stood up for herself? Would she have waited for a fairy godmother to give her a dress, a vehicle, and everything that she ever wanted? Or would she have worked hard to earn them for herself? And last but not the least, would she have waited for a white knight prince to come and solve all her problems? Or would she have taken control of her life, improved her skills, gotten a job, earned for herself, figured out what made her happy, and lived happily ever after? Intriguing thought, right? Hello, my dear friend. My name is Rohini, and welcome to my podcast, Believe in Yourself with Rohini. I'm a transformation coach, an empowerment coach, a life coach, and an image coach. I don many hats in a day, but the most satisfying one is where I help people realize the power of believing in themselves. As today's women, we want to think of ourselves as a notch above the Cinderella generation. But what are we doing? Are we still doing the same thing? Let's understand what is the Cinderella story a little bit better. What happens in the Cinderella story? Basically, Cinderella loses her mother, her father remarries. He has two more daughters who become stepsisters to Cinderella. So they still lead a lavish life, but they treat Cinderella like a maid. They don't give Cinderella anything. She is doing all their work and she is taking everything that they are doing, every sort of abuse that they are putting her through, sitting down without raising any voice. Do you think this doesn't exist today? Still does. And she wanted lots and lots of things in life, including dreaming about the prince of the kingdom. But what does she do about it? Even on the day of the ball, where the prince calls all the women in the country to dance with them and figure out who's going to be his wife, she still doesn't do anything. A fairy godmother comes, waves her wand, changes Cinderella's entire appearance, gives her a wonderful cart, and gives her servants, a door opening, a valet, and lot many people. And then Cinderella goes to the ball. Why did she want to marry this prince? Because for her, the only way to escape the reality of her life that day was by marrying the prince. That's the only way out she saw. But as today's women, is the only way out something that drastic and that big? Not at all. Then what she does? She goes, she captures the prince's heart, but then she's too afraid to tell him who she is. She's too afraid to even identify with her own self, to understand herself, to tell that yes, this is who I am. These were the fairy tales women grew up with. These were the fairy tales that we all grew up with. We thought whatever was put on us, we had to sit down and take it. We thought we needed a fairy godmother to come and rescue us from whatever situation we were in. And we thought a white knight is going to come riding on a white horse and he is going to make all our problems go away. This is called the white knight syndrome. And trust me when I say this, even though with all the modernity in today's world, we still have this. We still, on a very base level, think like this. and we all need to come out of it. We still, even today, expect someone else to make decisions for our lives. Because what if I do it and it goes wrong? We still expect someone else to take responsibility for our lives. First, it is the parents, then it is the husband, then probably the children. When things go wrong, instead of figuring out what is our next step, we still sit and blame people for what happened. There is a lot we as women need to start taking responsibility for in today's time and stop giving into the white knight syndrome so easily. So, what can we do? How can we change? And why is this my first episode to you all? I want to clarify that a little bit here. Because any sort of change in life, even believing in yourselves, starts by taking responsibility. By taking responsibility of yourself, of your life, of your journey, of what you want to do, of where you want to go, and all your dreams, hopes, and ideas. You are alone and single handedly responsible for all of these things. No matter what anybody else does, no matter what anybody else throws, no matter what situation you are in, no matter what life throws at you, you are still in control of these things. And you should understand that. So, how can you do this? How can you start your journey with self development, with your own development? Is first and foremost by taking responsibility for it. Now, repeat after me and say this at least 5 times. I'm going to say once, you repeat it every single day. Okay? I will not depend on anyone or blame anyone else for the things in my life. It is my life and I am its creator. Every single day, repeat this. I'm going to say it once more. I will not depend on anyone or blame anyone else for the things in my life. It is my life and I am its creator. Once you start believing this, your belief in yourself starts to improve. You will start taking responsibility for many different things in life, some of which I want to highlight here. So, what are the things that you can start taking responsibility for? First, your life decisions and mistakes, big and small. We start off, my parents wanted me to study this, so I did. I came into this field. My parents wanted me to marry this girl, so I got married. But then the relationship was not good. I'm still not, still struggling at my job. I don't have any interest in my job. You know what? Somebody else did that course and it worked so well for them. So I also did that course. And how's that working out for you? So every single decision, big and small, or every single mistake that you do, own it. Take responsibility for it. Say that yes, I did a mistake. It's fine. I'm going to correct it. I'm going to work towards correcting it. And whatever decision I have taken in my life, I took it for myself. And whatever is the consequence, I'm going to face it. But I'm not going to do this because someone else wants me to. And I'm later not going to regret not making the decisions for my own life. Number two, your actions, your thoughts, your ideas, your emotions. Most of the times we do something and then say, you know what? They made me do it. You know what? I did it because this happened, that happened, that happened, this happened. I was thinking something else, but then I think I was wrong. I'm confused. I had an idea, but it's okay. It's not valid. I don't have to do anything about it. Oh, I got angry. That's why I behaved. I'm really sorry. Take responsibility for your actions. Everything you do in life is your responsibility. Every single thing. Don't put it on someone else or situation or something else. Or you can always do things differently. Based on everything considered, you can still do things differently and in your own way. Figure that out. Your thoughts, your ideas, whatever comes through your mind, your thoughts are valid, your ideas are valid. Give them a form, plan them, take action. What is important to you, do those things. Your emotions, learn to control your emotions, manage your emotions, learn to channel them in the right way, in the right place. Otherwise, they're going to be accumulated and you are going to do things that you are going to regret. Take control of these things. Next thing you have to take responsibility for is your time. Most of the times we do things for someone else, which is important to somebody else, whether it is at home parents or siblings or partner or kids or at office bosses or someone else. And then for what you want to do, you have no time. So prioritize, plan according to your priorities, not someone else's priorities, but your own. What is it that you want to do today? Plan your time, take control of your time, take control of your happiness. Most of our lives, we want someone else to make us happy. We want someone else to come and do these things. We want someone to throw us a surprise birthday party. We want someone to gift this. We want someone to, say the nice things, say the right things to make us happy, do the things to make us happy. There are all sorts of expectations surrounding happiness. Shatter them all. It's nobody else's responsibility to make you happy until and unless you decide to be happy. And nobody else can make you happy actually, no matter how much they try. So your happiness is in your hands and make it happen. Last but definitely not the least, the things that you want to make happen in your own life. Where do you want your life to go? What do you want to be at the age of 80 and look back and say, you know what, I lived a good life? What is that good life? Go back, think about it, and then think about how you can make it happen. It's nobody else's responsibility to make this happen but your own, or nobody else's interruptions or control over your life should come between this. So, the 5 things that we talked about today, go back, make a list, take a pen and paper, write down these 5 things, and see where you're doing things right, where you're doing things wrong, where you need to take control, where you need to take responsibility. And the affirmation that we talked about, do that and say that to yourself every single day and decide what you want to change in your life. Take responsibility. By the time we meet next week, I want you all to do this work. Take a pen and paper and do this on a pen and paper and decide what all you want to change in your life. And from next week, we are going to understand how you can change and how you can learn how to improve yourself and start your journey in a fruitful way. So stop expecting someone else to become your white knight or your white knight to ride and change your life. Become your own white knight. Thank you, my dear friend, for joining me on today's episode. Do connect with me for any questions, queries, or suggestions on Instagram at RohiniBB or visit me on my website at rohinibb.com to learn lots and lots and lots more. Don't forget to join us for the next episode. Until then, live life to the fullest and believe in yourself.